Welcome to the news on NTA International. I am Vivian Ezadifi. Let's begin with the headlines. Renewed Hope Initiative, SDG Office empower 100,000 women in Lagos. Nigeria and the Republic of Benin reach agreement on strengthening cross-border cooperation at grassroots level. Plus, 12 people die and 4 others missing as bridge under construction collapsed in China. The story of empowerment in Lagos State continues with the inauguration of an industrial leader hub by Nigerian First Lady Oluremi Tinubu at Motori Industrial Estate. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports that the old gave way to the new when the state governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu renamed the hub after the First Lady at the event.
Conceived by the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration in year 2020, the now Senator Oluremi Tinubu Industrial Leather Hub is a response to the yearning for a thriving leatherwork ecosystem with a well-integrated value chain. Unveiling the project, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu commended the state government for the progressive initiative targeted at job creation and productivity in non-oil sector.
By investing in this hub, the Lagos State government has once again demonstrated its commitment to job creation, productivity, and sustainable economic development. I say well done. Leatherwork is a traditional craft that has stood the test of time. I am informed that this hub will serve as a center for leather processing, footwear production, and specialized training.
She applauded the potential of the leather hub to enable artisans add greater value to their craft and compete confidently in both local and international markets.
I urge all those who will utilize this facility, artisans, entrepreneurs, and our vibrant youth, to take full advantage of the opportunities it offers. Dedicate yourselves to excellence, hard work, embrace continuous learning, and position your product to compete in the global market. As we unveil this hub today, let us use it as a beacon of possibilities, a symbol of how government and citizens can work together to turn challenges into opportunities and create prosperity for our people.
I'll be naming this hub as Senator Oluremi Industrial Leather Hub.
For Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the project represents a gateway to global competitiveness and a testimony to the partnership between the federal and state governments.
We will deepen the leather ecosystem by linking this hub to our fashion district. It will ensure that it has e-commerce capability platform and also have internodal transportation facility that will ensure seamless movement of goods and people.
It's an opportunity for all of us to encourage our youth to be independent and industrial.
10,000 direct and indirect jobs are expected to be generated by the hub in the next 3 years, while providing training and other support to leather workers. In Lagos, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
In another bold move that seeks to further ignite the economic landscape of southwest Nigeria, the Office of the Sustainable Development Goals, in partnership with Renewed Hope Initiative, has presented empowerment items to about 3,500 women in the zone. Nigeria's First Lady again, Oluremi Tinubu, flagged off the exercise for the region with the empowerment of 100,000 beneficiaries in Lagos State. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo has more.
Sustainable Development Goals 1, 5, and 8 are all in focus as the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs, in partnership with Renewed Hope Initiative and matching support from the state government, lined up empowerment items, including deep chest freezers, gas cookers with oven, industrial grinding machines, and generating sets as objects of hope to be distributed to 1,000 beneficiaries in the state. Handing out the items to the beneficiaries, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says women must be given necessary tools and resources needed to build businesses and contribute to national prosperity.
The empowerment of women in all spheres of life is central to achieving the SDGs, especially SDG 5 on achieving gender equality and empower all women and girls, and SDG 8 on decent work and economic growth. This program aligns with the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, which prioritizes inclusivity, economic growth, and sustainable development to all Nigerians, particularly women's economic empowerment. So the beneficiaries of this empowerment program, let these items serve as a foundation for creating a better life for yourselves and your families.
It's far more than the distribution of support. It is sowing the seed that will grow into forests of possibility. We will equally ensure that this initiative is supported with structures to help that through this skills development, mentorship program will push and the leakages will be wider, will create a wider opportunity.
Beyond the empowerment, the intervention is about unlocking potential and creating room for women to thrive.
By providing women with access to resources, skills, and opportunity, they can become economically self-reliant, contributing to the development of their household and influence decision-making within their communities.
The intervention, which held simultaneously in all the 6 states in the Southwest Zone, targets a total of 18,500 women across the country, 500 each from the states. In Lagos, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
Staying with Lagos, the Lagos state government will continue to prioritize investment in education, especially at the Lagos State University, LASU, to make it a true center of excellence. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gave the assurance at the inauguration of the new 550-capacity Olatunji Bello Auditorium at the institution's EPE campus. Joykin Bapoya reports.
The state-of-the-art facility was donated by foremost journalists, now the Executive Vice Chairman of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, Olatunji Bello. Unveiling the edifice, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says his administration is committed to improving learning infrastructure across tertiary institutions in Lagos, noting that quality education remains one of the strongest tools to prepare young people for leadership and drive the state's development agenda.
And so you can see that this modern facility is more than just a building. It is a beacon of knowledge. It's a beacon of creativity and intellectual engagement. It will serve as a hub for academic discourse. It will be a place of cultural exchange. It will be a place of learning and understanding.
The Minister of Education, Maruf Olatunji Alausa, applauded the donor and urged stakeholders to collaborate more in fostering innovation and economic growth.
The benefit of this auditorium will ripple far beyond this campus, contributing to Lagos State educational advancement, enhancing Nigeria's academic reputation, and empowering our youth with tools to lead, innovate, and transform the society.
He has decided to put it for the use of humanity. And I think he's only telling God that he is grateful.
For the donor, Olatunji Bello, the auditorium is his way of giving back to the society.
Certainly, the government cannot do it alone. Private individuals who really have the means should invest in public tertiary education to create more opportunities as prevalent in several developed countries.
On behalf of the entire management, staff and students of this great institution, I say thank you. You have shown that public service extends beyond office tenure.
The Lagos State government says the new Olatunji Bello Auditorium is not just infrastructure, but a bold step toward raising the standard of learning at LASU. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
From Lagos to Zamfara State, where the governors elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have reaffirmed their commitment to repositioning the party ahead of the 2027 general elections. This forms part of major outcomes of the Governors Forum meeting held in Gusau, Zamfara State. Jamilu Ibrahim has more.
These are the governors elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, holding their forums meeting for the first time in Zamfara State. The meeting held at the Government House, Gusau, largely deliberated on party affairs and some national issues. Bauchi State Governor and Chairman of the Forum, Senator Bala Mohammed, read the communique after the meeting.
The Forum reaffirms its full commitment to the resolution of the 101st National NEC meeting of July 25th regarding the November 15 National Convention. It urges members to resist all attempts to derail the convention by anti-party forces, but to see the PDP as the only democratic institution and viable alternative for restoring Nigeria along the path of good governance and national development.
The forum also expresses its stand on issues of national security.
The forum particularly commends initiatives by the government of Zamfara State in significantly curbing insecurity within the state, but condemns the continued monstrous killings in Katsina, Plateau, Niger, Benue State and other parts of the country, and calls on the federal government to be more responsible to the protection of lives and property of our dear citizenry.
The meeting was attended by governors of Bauchi, Zamfara, Taraba, Adamawa, Oshun, Bayelsa, and Oyo states. The PDP acting national chairman, the forum's director general, and some members of the party board of trustees were also in attendance. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
And to safety on the roads now, officers, men, and the special marshals of the Federal Road Safety Corps have been reminded to be mindful of the roads and operate under the ambit of the law while carrying out their responsibilities in order to extol safety of their lives as well as in the line of their duty. The FCT sector commander of the Corps, Felix Thaman, and the state coordinator, FRSC Special Marshal FCT, reiterated this at the monthly special patrol of the FRSC Special Marshal, while calling on motorists to be wary of the season, hence drive with caution and ensure that all road safety rules are strictly adhered to.
And we appeal to them that they should also be mindful of the roads, because there are a lot of people out there that may not behave in the manner in which we expect them to behave. So because of that, they are charged to exercise restraint, they are charged to be cautious, they are charged to ensure that whatever they are doing there is within the ambit of the law.
This is what we call a monthly national patrol. This we do every other month. And the essence is to reach to the motorists, to create awareness on their safety while driving on the road. We're all aware that we are the rainy season now, and the rates of crashes, the rate of speed, those who are using the phone, and those who are using the vehicle without the seatbelt, and even the condition of the vehicle. These are the awareness we are bringing forth.
Oyeyemi Ajayi reports that the special patrol is set to be an hybrid activity which includes both enforcement and enlightenment. A major boost has occurred in Japan-African relations as 300 cooperation agreements were signed during the 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa's Development held in Japan. Francis Odojo has the details.
The agreements, that is 3 times more than what was achieved at the last summit, 2022, span through key development sectors including infrastructure, healthcare, technology, education and agriculture, all areas critical to Africa's growth and transformation. In a high-level session attended by Angolan President João Lourenço, who currently chairs the African Union, and Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishida, Officials say this sharp increase in partnerships reflects Japan's renewed commitment to long-term cooperation with African nations, as well as Africa's growing role on the global economic stage. Meanwhile, Texas legislators have approved a new electoral map aimed at carving out 5 new Republican-leaning seats in the state to help the party retain control of Congress in next year's midterm elections. President Donald Trump had pressured Republican-run Texas to create the new map to help prevent Democratic opponents from taking over the House of Representatives in 2026, halfway through his term. The state Senate voted along party lines to pass the map 1811, following more than 8 hours of heated debate. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
We'll take a breather now. More reports afterwards. Stay with us.
I therefore call on my colleagues, or media professionals and editors, to be discerning in their reportage. We must deny these groups the undue publicity they crave. We must take them off the front pages and accurately report them as the criminals that they are, without glorifying their acts or giving credence to their false narratives. These, of course, are not freedom fighters. They are murderers, kidnappers, and destroyers, and they must be presented as such.
Thanks for staying with us. Top officials of Amazon nations have agreed on joint plans to safeguard world's largest rainforests at summit in Bogota. The 5th summit of Amazon nations had the participation of the presidents of Colombia, Brazil, Bolivia, as well as the vice president of Ecuador and other top officials from Amazon countries. Francis Odojo has more.
During the meeting, the leaders agreed to develop a joint plan to protect the Amazon, the largest tropical rainforest in the world and shared by 9 countries. The forest is currently threatened by deforestation, illegal mining, and drug trafficking. Colombian President Gustavo Petro, for this reason, asked Brazilian President Lula da Silva to lead efforts to combat criminal organizations that threaten to destabilize states, but also to destroy the Amazon. In line with the plan, Lula da Silva highlighted the adoption of important measures such as the creation and inauguration of the International Police Cooperation Center in the Amazon that will have the task of intensifying the fight against organized crime and environmental crimes such as illegal mining. He revealed that the Amazon nations will on September 9 inaugurate in the state of Amazonas the International Police Cooperation Center of the Amazon, in which all the countries will participate. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
The Benue State House of Assembly has suspended 4 of its members for a period of 3 months following the purported attempt to impeach the Speaker, Hyacinth Owandona Adaju. The House resolves that the suspension becomes necessary to serve as a deterrent to other members who may want to denigrate the House in future. Grace Anyalewa Ichapa has more.
The 4 members suspended include Mr. Alfred Bega Mbega Makudi South, Shimawa Emmanuel Vandikia, Siri Ikong Ojutu, and Abu James Umoro of Apa constituencies.
Concerned that barely 3 days after the House adopted resolutions on this matter, on this cause, Honorable Alfred Beja and 3 others went behind to mobilize other members to cause chaos in the House.
I feel so pained that a member of the leadership of the 10th Assembly will be nursing the ambition of becoming a speaker when there is no problem in this honorable house.
Sergeant at Arms, move them out of the chamber.
In another development, the House screened and confirmed 4 commissioner nominees. They are Dr. Yama Otese, Michael Oglegba, Frederick Ikian, and Opin Menace Alumo.
Honorable Yama Otese is confirmed. Michael Oglegba confirmed. Frederick Ikian confirmed. Honorable Opin Alumo Menace confirmed.
Also at plenary, a bill for a law to make provision for the establishment of skills acquisition training centers in the 3 senatorial zones by member representing Ohimini constituency, Sir Ochekliye Agbo Isaac, with 2 other reports were presented on the floor of the House. In Makudi, Grace Anyalewa, Ichepa, NTA News.
Consistent policy and institutional stability are crucial for Nigerian steel sector sustainability drive, considered as a vital ingredient for the nation's industrial growth. This was the dominant theme at the 2025 conference of the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Abuja. Kelvin Ebunai reports.
Building a sustainable steel industry in Nigeria, the role of consistent policy and institutional stability was the focus for the conference put together by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Buhari branch, to explore policy direction in revitalizing the sector. Speakers dwelled on the actions that can overcome obstacles, leverage opportunities, and create a resilient steel sector that drives growth and prosperity.
It is common knowledge that the development of iron and steel industry is a key ingredient for the modernization of our society.
It also promises of making substantial contribution to industrialization, and it has been identified as critical to Nigeria's industrialization and infrastructural development.
The conference was also used to induct new members into the branch, with a charge on them to be diligent and embrace continuous professional growth. In Abuja, Kelvin Ewonwaye, NTA News.
From research, Nigeria's population of over 220 million, with a growth rate of 2.5% per annum, requires about 550,000 units in the next 10 years to meet the housing deficit. This will require about 5.5 trillion naira every year to fix. In this report, housing correspondent Francis Odojo takes a look at the deliberate efforts being taken by the federal government to meet the housing needs of Nigerians.
Shelter is an important part of human needs. However, the concern is that many in developing countries, including Nigeria, do not have the financial muscle to afford a decent home. This is coupled with decades of limited access to affordable financing and home ownership opportunities for majority of Nigerians. In view of this, the President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope housing program in the last 2 years have shown deliberate effort through actionable policies in reducing the country's estimated 28 million housing deficit. This initiative is being implemented by the Minister of Housing, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa. The Renewed Hope housing plan is characterized into 3 categories. First is the Renewed Hope cities, designed to have at least 1,000 housing units each in major urban centers. Secondly, the Renewed Hope estates of 250 housing units in every state capital, designed for middle-income Nigerians, while the Renewed Hope social housing estates is to deliver 100 affordable homes in each of the Nigeria's 774 local government areas, targeting the most vulnerable Nigerians.
The political will of my president, he has given us all the political will. Once he appoints you as a minister, he ensures that he put you at the right place where you could perform. So once you have that political will, there's nothing you cannot do for you.
We have been well funded towards achieving these mandates, and we have these projects ongoing all over the country.
Data from the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics indicates that policies made within 2 years of President Tinubu's administration moved real estate sector from top 5 to top 3 largest sector where the real estate industries are the largest employers of labor and economic drivers. The ministry made public-private partnerships, PPPs, key to implementing large-scale affordable housing and urban development interventions. Under the PPP framework arrangement, the ministry is working towards delivering 100,000 units with consortium of developers. Under Phase 1, the ministry aimed at delivering 7 renewed hope cities targeting the FCT, Lagos, Kano, Maiduguri, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and Nasarawa. Construction is already in progress with close to 12,000 housing units underway. In the FCT, 3,112 units, Lagos, 2,000 units, and Kano, 2,000 units, among others.
In housing, we realize that you cannot rely solely on the budgetary allocation. If that's the hit, that is the hit you know. There is constraint to what the government can fund for you. But there is a PPP, public-private partnerships, to which we are collaborating to ensure that we upscale the performance of PPP to ensure that we work together.
In my state, he said 500 units should be started in Kano State, maybe because of our population and the importance to Mr. President. So Kano people, we need to appreciate him.
So one of the things that we have seen under the present administration of the current president
Reduced in the country soon. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
And a check on Sunday's weather prospects. Now we've come to the end of the news. I'm Vivian Ezadifi. Thanks for watching.